Welcome to a very big show here at Shea. It's show number 99. That's right. Show number 99 of the Jimmy Palumbo Show. I'm your host, Jimmy Palumbo. And of course, behind the glass, we have Dave Sturchio helping out tonight because Chris Gucci has been put on the disabled list. We're not sure. He's still inside the tent. We don't know. We got our sideline reporters will find out what happened to him. Yeah. He looks like an aging Tom Brady under the tent. We don't know. But this is show number 99 of the Jimmy Palumbo Show. And as you well know, I'm hearing beeps all over the place. I don't know what's going on here, but as you know, this is the final show we'll do, maybe ever, but with the number. Can I cancel myself? Is that possible?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
This is show number 99. And of course, we always do the show number with a jersey number. And listen, everybody was going to say Aaron Judge. And I decided to do a little different take. Not a crazy take, though. There was no even shitty guys, number 99. I didn't want to do the 99 Yankees because who cares? I decided to go with three guys. I decided to split it up. Okay. First off, Mark Gastineau. Did a little research on this fella. Let me tell you something. First of all, between him and Klecko and Lawrence Taylor and Abdul Salam here at Shea, they created the sack. I mean, there was no sacks. They didn't count it as a stat. This guy was a major player, and it's a shame that his bullshit after he played in the media, Bridget Nielsen running around and all this different stuff. Mark Gastineau was an awesome football player. Tons of sacks. His sack dance, which is now done on, like, if a guy makes a tackle on 2nd and 19 and the running back gets 18 yards, they do like a Mark Gastineau dance. He almost created that. And listen, I didn't realize this. My brother's going to kill me. 1986, the Jets and Giants were in the playoffs. The Jets won the first round game, wild card. They were up 20-10 late against Cleveland in the fourth quarter. Personal foul, roughing the passer on Gastineau.
Oh, so they called it back then too?
Yeah, Kozar brought him down, and they lost the game in double overtime. The Giants and Jets were close to playing in the Super Bowl. Jets were good that year. Anyway, I just thought he was famous for 99 because a lot of players didn't wear 99. And he was and when he retired, he was the all-time sack leader. But of course, he does a lot of crazy stuff off the field. His stupid show that was on, Gastineau Girls, and my buddy Louis Martini was the doorman in that show. And I think everybody doesn't realize, he was it's like the Merlin Olsen thing. They think about the guy in Little House on the Prairie. Meanwhile, Merlin Olsen, the Hall of Famer, great player. I just compared Mark Gastineau to Merlin Olsen. Two guys just drove off the road. Anyway, so that's the first 99. The second one, I have to go with obviously Wayne Gretzky. He's 99. That's it. Wayne Gretzky, 99. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I watch it enough. And he just, on everybody's list of the greatest player, I think he has the most assists and goals. And
his numbers retired throughout hockey. You're not allowed to wear it anymore.
Yeah, you can't wear a 99, which is like, all that stuff. And just same thing in Major League Baseball. You can't wear Mariano Rivera's number anymore, which
First of all, that's for Jackie Robinson, not Mariano.
You know what? I'm not so sure about that. I mean, Jackie, great player, taking nothing away from Jackie Robinson at all. I find it funny, though, that they don't have number 3 retired. And everybody's thinking. Anyway, so listen, Wayne Gretzky, total stud. And he's always dating hot chicks, too. And so I had to say Gretzky 99. I have to do that. And, of course, we got Aaron Judge. Now, everybody who knows me knows, of course, I like Aaron Judge. Great player, Yankee. But, I usually like the shitty, out-of-shape guy. I'm more of a Ruben Sierra, Cecil Fielder. I like the guys who are flawed that come to the Yankees and everybody loves them. But one thing I got to love about Aaron Judge, and I was hard on him. I thought he should have took the money when the Yankees offered. He pretty much was at the Vegas table. He said, F you. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm going all in. He took his wife's chips, his father's chips, put them all in, and said, I will be the best player in the league. And then the Yankees are going to give me an extra $100 million. And that's exactly what happened. And he totally deserved. He totally earned my respect. I mean, he's almost as good as Giancarlo Stanton at this point. It's getting closer. I still think Stanton's by far better and he's cooler. But Aaron Judge, big time player. Number 99. So my 3 guys are Mark Gastineau, Wayne Gretzky, and Aaron Judge. And as far as I'm concerned, Judge is clearly the 3rd guy in that list. And who do you got, Dave?
I got a guy. He's my favorite non-cowboy, current, and I guess not really past, but I've loved his entire career. He retired this year. Got to give him up for J.J. Watt, number 99. He is he's one of my favorite dudes. He's like Captain America to me. Like, he just goes out there, does everything the right way. Went out the right way this year, and it's unfortunate that he never was on a successful team because he was a game wrecker when he was healthy. He just couldn't stay healthy on the field a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna go with J.J. Watt. My guy.
All right, so J.J. Watt, Mark Gastineau, Wayne Gretzky, and Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge comes in fourth in that, but that's okay because we're at Shea here with the dirt infield. Listen, we have a special show and you have a special guest coming up, but just want to rattle off our sponsors: Absolute Eyewear, Woodbridge, New Jersey, 732-326-3937. Go check them out. They're opticians down by the train station. CornholeLevel.com. Getting involved. 1995, perfect day here. From the Omni to put your cornhole things, your levelers on your boards. ChasingMiracles.com. Hydration packs. You got to just get in touch with Donna and Tommy. They'll take care of you. We got Lisa Ruane Therapy, 201-725-1251. And, of course, the Pine Tar Bar and Grill down at Fork and River. Now, this guest I'm about to bring on right now is pretty much me, except he's a little bit better of an athlete, really. I mean, we both went to Rutgers, okay? We're both huge Rutgers fans. He shows them at the games all the time. It just so happens he happened to play for the Reds, the White Sox, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Mets, and the Pirates, which I did not. Although in cinema history, I'm one of the greatest hitters of all time, Johnny Trino in the movie Beer League and Beer League 2. And he's a Rutgers guy, and I'm going to bring on your friend and mine, Mr. Todd Frazier. Todd, welcome to the Jimmy Palumbo Show.
Yeah, I think we're close. Athleticism, I think I got you.
I don't think so. Not now. At 57, though, bro? I don't know.
Still now, of course.
Still now? I don't know. Well, I saw you at the comedy show down in downtown Seaside Heights at the Ocean View. And I do a whole Little League joke. And as soon as I said Little League, everybody like groaned like, oh, he's doing a joke. Well, if you saw me 3 years ago, I'm still doing that joke. I didn't even know you. But I really appreciate we bullshitted afterwards. I really appreciate you coming on. I was like, why did I have this guy on before? I see you at the hoop games all the time, and you're Jersey's finest. I know you're probably tired of hearing about Tom's River guy because you've been hearing that, But my mother knew who you were because she remembers way back in 1998 when you were in the Little League World Series and you were Johnny Trino-esque batting 706 in that series. And all that stuff. But I really appreciate coming on the show. So what's going on, man? What are you doing now? You retired? What's happening?
Yeah, man, just hanging out with my 3 kids. My daughter has gymnastics 4 times a week. I'm coaching basketball, 2 teams with my 8-year-old son, and I got a 4-year-old other son who we don't know what's going to happen with him. He's a maniac, so might have to get him ready for football. But other than that, driving the kids to school, being a regular dad.
So you're an Uber driver now. That's what you are now?
Pretty much, right. Yes, sir.
All right. I totally understand that. So let me ask you a couple questions. First of all, 11 years in the big leagues. That is awesome. And you're one of the rare guys in this area that, like when I told some Yankee fans and Met fans you were coming on, like Yankee fans don't hate you because you played for the Mets, and Met fans don't really hate you because you played with, you're like this like little Darryl Strawberry-esque in terms of like both fan bases don't like, really, they don't like, oh yeah, Todd, good guy. Like that's rare. Usually when a Met ends up on the Yankees, it's like, screw that guy. You were able to avoid all that. You get that when you're out and about?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, when I do go out, Met fan, they'll talk about, the salt and pepper shaker thing that we did or the home run I hit. And then you see a Yankee fan, they give me the thumbs down stuff. So I did some stuff there. I mean, my stats might not show exactly how good I did, but
no, I get it. You were a memorable player for sure. As you freeze up, and Todd, look, soon as you
live TV,
television here, where Todd Frazier has frozen.
He asked He asked you kindly not to put him off to the side. You decided to do anyway.
We had to do it anyway. Well, I don't know. I have such a good joke I could say right now, but it's at your expense. I don't know if I should do it. You look very stiff, like you did with the Sussex Miners at the best joke his last year. I got so many questions to ask you. You can't go. I have to get him back on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, throw him off and come him back on. He'll reconnect.
He'll reconnect. Here we go. Todd, you're still frozen. This is exactly how, you know what? I think this is exactly how your wife actually wants you, really. Oh, the material writes itself. Well, I'm here with Dave Sturchio on the Jimmy Palumbo show here.
Listen, the thumbs down thing was such a movement, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. I know, obviously he's a part of that team, and it was a lot of fun. And you know, little did you know that it was going to be one of those things where it just caught on and people are just going to be doing thumbs down the entire time. I feel like the Yankees always have something. I don't know if you realized that last year when they would get a base hit, they were doing like a heart, right?
Yeah,
they're always doing something. You know, there's always some kind of little inside thing between the dugout. I was going to ask him where that, obviously we all know where it came from. That one unruly fan decided to just sit there with like his mug. But yeah, so Todd is one of those rare things that can jump from team to team within the local markets, and nobody has a bad thing to say about him. So I think it's pretty cool.
You know, until he's a Rutgers guy, until he gets on, we'll just talk about him as if he's here. Like, I don't know whether I'm interviewing Chris Gucci or Todd Frazier. I'll act like he's here, but and Jimmy Palumbo is hitting deep threes at this point. Well, I was going to ask him the home run derby. Did it screw up his swing? I want to ask him how confident he was in his first major league at bat. Like, was it
we'll get all that. I'm sure he'll get back on.
I'll talk about some trades, and then his last year with the Sussex Miners up here. I've been to that stadium. What was that all about? Two older brothers in the major leagues.
Does he?
Here he is. Yeah. Are you back, Todd?
Am I good?
You're good now, bro. You're nice and blurry. You're perfect. So, all right. I might as well get right to the questions here. Okay. So, your first game in the major leagues, your first at bat, was the game moving faster, or were you just like, no, I can hit this guy? Was it what was going on in your head? Obviously, being nervous first at bat. I'm talking about, did you feel like, no, I'm ready for this? I can hit this guy.
Interesting take.
Interesting take. Wow. So you had no feelings on this. You're clicking in and out. This is just wonderful live television here. What if I shut his video off and just hear him audio? Can we do that?
Yeah, you could try it.
Wait, hang on. Now I can't hear you.
So the Yankees paid enough into his salary to get optimum.
So Todd, now that you're Ubering your family along, are things tight? Does your wife have to work to pay the cable bill or the Wi-Fi over there? I look gorgeous here. When I look the best on one of these things, you know there's issues going on. I'm coming from my iPhone with my computer, and Todd Frazier's gone again. Well, you know what? Why don't I'm going to go through some of the questions we was going to ask. We was going to ask Todd Frazier.
He was better on his phone. I mean, if he's hearing it, he's definitely better off on his phone. I think it was better.
So I was going to ask him about retirement. Did Major League Baseball tell you have to go, or was his body breakdown? Did he know it? And also, really,
you want me to talk about my high school accolades or anything?
Well, we're going to get to that in a second. So, Dave, when you were wrestling, another thing is you got two older brothers that had cups of coffee in the major leagues. So, really, the father to me is the king. Imagine having 3 kids in Major League Baseball. We're going to
that's like the Watt brothers. That's the guy I brought up today.
Todd the Frozen. Did you ever see Frozen 2, Todd, with the kids? Nobody does a better impression of Frozen than you do, Todd. It's the best. It's dead on.
Great attraction.
Can I just do audio only with him? How do you do that?
You could. I mean, there might be a video thing. Yeah, you could probably drop his audio.
All right, hold on. I can't mute
try
him.
that.
No, but then if I click him in.
Yeah, he's right there. Try that.
How's that, Todd? Can you hear me?
Hey, are we here?
Yes.
There we go. Let's just do that.
Look at that. Can you hear us?
Listeners, after all.
I face anyway.
All right. Well, listen, listen. I know when you retire, you turn into a gray dot with the name TF on it, which is great. But I'm going to get these questions out whether this show goes for 4 hours or not. So your first at bat in the major leagues, were you ready for it? Did you not feel it was sped up like the the NFL players talk about? Were you ready to go mentally and all that?
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we have Dave answer the question for you? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it like this. I'm going to have Dave answer the question. Where the hell did he go? This is so great. I think this is my favorite show.
Who edits your podcast? They're going to have a ball with this.
They're going to have a ball with this. Let's see. Dave, you had 2 older brothers playing in the major leagues. Would you credit your father for that?
Yeah, no, Dad was real hard on us as a kid, and he made sure that we were playing ball and just always staying active and not subsiding to video games or anything like that. So we're out there, we're hitting the stick, and we're doing our thing.
All right. Todd, are you there? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's what it feels like. That's what this feels like right now.
Well, listen, you know what it is? Coming off the huge win against Ralph Macchio last week, Palumbo is getting battered here.
We need Todd to come on down to Chop Studios in Matawan, New Jersey.
You might have to go to downtown Matawan.
He's trying. It's like white noise at this point. Like he's crossed over. Todd has crossed over, and he's trying to join us via Spirit.
Well, we were going to ask him to do Beer League 2. And so my questions were, rattle the question. The first game, was the pitching like the same? I was going to ask him about the home run derby, whether it screws up his swing. I think it's a fair question. I was going to ask him about trades. Did he know about it? Were there rumors in the clubhouse, or did he just show up like, dude, you're gone? Retirement, did you know it? Did you trying to sign on for an extra year, or your body was saying F you? How was it playing Sussex County Miners up here? Todd is back for one more. The punishment. You look like a young Ernie Shavers coming back for more. Todd. Oh,
can you hear me?
Now you're just a T. Can you hear us? I can hear you now. And not. Okay. For all this is a public service announcement for anybody out there who says, I really want to try to do a podcast. This is the video you have to watch. This is when you have everything set up, but the world of the Wi-Fi.
So you think you got what it takes to host a live show? Yeah, Look what Jimmy's doing on the fly right now. Doing his can audible.
Omaha. Yeah. This is, again, you know what? I shouldn't have mentioned Shea at the top. I blame this whole thing on Shea and the Mets. If this was, maybe I'll blame it on the Sussex Miners. Anyway, well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll just move on to the regular portion of our program, and we'll if Todd Frazier, he's probably texting me. Let me just see if he's texting me. And of course, let me know when you're this is just, I love myself. I do. I'm good. I'm one of the greatest.
It is negative Jimmy Palumbo Day here at Shea.
It is negative here. I want to listen right now. I got to play Joe Rogan the first round of the tournament on that Thursday 12:30 game. Fans are lined up here from the Omni in Atlanta, where Jimmy Palumbo takes on Joe Rogan. And the next round, if he wins, it's just Bill Burr waiting in the wings, who got the bye this year. They're going 29-2. Jimmy gets in. It's going 17-16 with a huge win over Seton Hall. All right. Well, it's all about me here. Patreon, bro. Listen, talk about the march of the wooden soldiers here. I am now up to 24. That's right. 24 Patreon members is averaging almost 1.5 a week. I'm like a young Witten on the Cowboys. They are Alex Stetsena, my sister Mary Eileen, Mike Demosi from Colonia, my mom, Big George Demosi, of course, my mother, my cousin Joey, Rob Pastor, Kappa Sig back in the 80s. Fans are going nuts here. James Kanowitz, my website guy, never gets back to me. Jimmy Riccardi, my nephew. John Henry Riccardi, my nephew. Eric Palumbo, my nephew. It's Nephew Day here at Shea. All fans 18 and over. If you're a nephew of Jimmy Palumbo, sign up for Patreon. Michael Caprio, cornholelevel.com. Frank Palumbo, Chief Financial Officer of Jimmy Palumbo Enterprises, Darryl Clark, LSU guy, Greg Castellino, another Colonia boy, Mike Shecky Lawler, of course, huge Dolphin fan. His season ended shitty. Dave Ben, 16 years of schooling with him. Pat Volkemer, Martin Walczak, Michael Deege playing Alphonse in Beer League 2. Janine Michaud of Absolute Eyewear fame. My friend Robin Achane Barna. My cousin John Henry Palumbo getting involved very late. Greg Alprin, my producer on Beer League 2. And coming in at number 24, the Ruben Sierra slot. Number 24, a late one. My nephew, Bobby Johnson Palumbo. We are running out of nephews here. I feel like a coach's injuries. I'm just sending every guy in. There's nobody left at the end of the bench. I think I got one nephew left. He's still in college. I can't ask him to do Patreon. But family members, you know what? I need to go to a wedding or a big family event. Hey, Patreon. I need to get her. Because just like my T-shirt sales, once the Palumbo stop, nobody buys a shirt here in Shea. So that's that. That's my Patreon. So someone's got to be, who's going to be 25? I mean, 25, you're talking about John Bino, Girardi, Tommy John. You got Teixeira. You got Greg Cataray. Oh, you don't remember Greg Cataray, do you? It's a great one. My brother just drove off the road. My brother may sign up just because I said Greg Cataray. Again, he may sign up. And that's it. And, of course, the Todd Frazier segment was sponsored by Absolute Eyewear. So what I do with Absolute Eyewear is they sponsor my weight section and I get fat. And then I sponsor the Todd Frazier interview and he can't afford his cable bill. Things are tight down there. And so it's Absolute Eyewear, 42 Main Street, Woodbridge, New Jersey, 732-326-3937. Craig and Janine Michaud by the train station. They're opticians. Go in there. They got everything. Full service opticians. They got non-prescription sunglasses, prescription sunglasses. They got glasses for the kids, contacts, eye exams, everything done on site. Downtown Woodbridge. They have Ray-Ban, Coach, Ralph Lauren, Jimmy Choo, Silhouette, Michael Kors, Vogue, Maui Jim, Costa Del Mar, and Charles Oakley comes into the store. Glasses for every budget, including mine. Of course, that means zero. And they got discounts for seniors, AA, AAA, AARP, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, getting involved from downtown Woodbridge. Anyway, they've been in business like 18 years. You know what it is? They're open 5 days a week. They're closed on Wednesdays. Why?
Oh, that's when they play little softball.
Yeah. Okay. They're closed on Sundays. Why is that?
To watch the Giants lose to the Eagles.
There you go. That's right. That's why I think they opened during the middle of the game. In second half, they opened up the store.
Screw it.
And the best thing about them is when you go there and you buy something, you leave, you don't feel like a jerk off. I've been saying that for years. That is their new slogan on the interweb. It's the greatest line ever for any store. I want to open up a store just to have that. I think that should be the name of the store. Don't feel like a jerk off and then sell widgets or something. I think like all business schools are going to teach that. Like Rutgers Business School is going to say, you want to get to a level where your customers don't feel like a jerk off. That should be like a totally like theories on that and Einstein and, E equals MC squared and all that. Anyway, so that's it. Absolute Eyewear getting involved. So our show got a little shin god today with Todd Frazier. Typical Rutgers. He tried his best. And I love you, Todd. I appreciate it. We tried. I'll get you on again, I promise. So the NFL games. My take, listen, Philly was the best team all year. They really were. Jalen Hurts got hurt. Then they fell back a little bit. Now he's not hurt. And they just totally kicked ass. 49ers. Look, it's the NFL. You have a lot of trouble winning with your backup quarterback. You have a lot of trouble winning with your third string. I was warming up on the sidelines for him for a little bit. You can't win an NFL playoff game with a guy who doesn't practice. You just can't do it. I don't think they would have won anyway, but it was a shame that you wanted to see this guy, Brock Purdy, be the guy, and it just wasn't to be. So you can make the argument. Eagles looked really good. They were very good all year. And you can make the argument the Eagles could, definitely win the Super Bowl. The other argument is they played a fun little Giant team, the little train that could, and then they played a disabled 49er team. So you can make the argument they haven't played an NFL team yet.
They haven't played an NFL team all season. So
well, they were in the NFC East, which you can make the argument was the best division.
they lost to Dallas.
One game they lost to Dallas. They didn't lose 2 to Dallas. Yeah, that would be considered a bad loss. Baseball.
Yeah, it's Gardner Minshew also.
So, yeah, but the Eagles are good. Everybody knows it. I don't hate Eagle fans because they're all from Philly. Like, there's no Eagle fans living in, like, Carteret, New Jersey. They all live down by Philly. God bless them. Chiefs Bengals. Ooh, good game. I've been saying all year there's just something off with the Chiefs, and I don't want to say they got lucky, but the penalty at the end was just so unfortunate. I mean, you hate to see a game. You just hate to see a game botched like that. I mean, it was a bad play by the guy. Mahomes is great. The thing I love about Mahomes is he really limped in between plays. I used to play tennis against guys like that where they, in between the points, you would have thought their leg was falling off. And then during the point, I'm like, hey, dude, you're moving just fine. But it was a good game. And the Chiefs have been very good for the last 5 years. So, like, it's actually a pretty good Super Bowl. I'll root for the Chiefs. I think the Eagles are going to win big in this game. I think it's going to be a blowout. That's my opine. That'll suck for me. Tired of the Eagles. They won it twice. They can win it twice in 6 years. But that's my take on that. What's your take on it? Who do you like this week?
I mean, yeah, the Eagles have played the best football all season long. They've beaten up teams when they get ahead, and they score in bunches. So I do like the Eagles to play well in this game. The Chiefs, they got away with a lot of stuff. Some weird things in that game, man. The whole like redo of a down because they blew it dead before, and everybody's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean?"
Yeah, the refs had a bad day.
The refs had a bad day that
games.
day. Yeah, I think the referees overall this season have been really bad. I don't know, like the whole rough and the passer thing, and just like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff they got to go over next season when it comes to like competition committee. But
I wonder, do you think the reason is because these guys, like, I think the referees get it right a lot, and they do. And I wonder if the game, I don't want to say the game just moved. These guys are, it just moves the game is so fast. Some of those outlet passes, and you got to call, it's hard. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if the referees, the human brain, I don't know how much better they can be.
It doesn't compute that fast. I always think about that too. Like sometimes when there's like a back shoulder fade in the back of the end zone and the guy calls him out, and I'm yelling at the screen, like the ref is right there. But then like, in thinking about it, like, well, they're going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Right.
So like,
yeah,
he's got to make one call. And that's what review is for, which is great. You get to
you
review
can't review every single play, but I think I would love for them to start there's got to be like
They got to start reviewing these roughing the passer penalties. They have to. Right. Because some of these are so ticky-tacky that it's costing these teams 15 yards on 3rd and longs. And it's just like, the problem with the NFL product now, and I love the NFL more than any other sport, the problem with the NFL right now is that, too much is relied on these refs and too much is not in real time, meaning like you can't even celebrate watching your team do something without that 2-second delay waiting for the flag icon to come up. Right. You know what I mean? So I think for that, it's a bad product. You got to lay off the flags.
I remember watching a Rutgers game, like ESPN, the flag pops up like instantaneous a lot. But some of the Rutgers, like the Big Ten Network, they'll be like 5 plays later, and all of a sudden the flag comes up. Like, I'm so sorry. About 10 minutes ago, there was a flag. We got to run
holding. I remember that time. He did it before. It's like
if I was in charge of like the NFL refs or college refs, first thing I would do is no yellow sneakers of any kind are to be worn.
That's my dad's biggest pet peeve.
That goes to your Packers. Goodbye. Sorry, or they got to make the flags like some
pink.
Kind of pink thing that donate money to cancer. And so if you wear pink shoes, it's a 15-yard penalty. Like personal foul, wearing the same color as the flag, annoying 7 million people at home. First down, they got to do that. But listen, it'll be a good game. Super Bowl, people get together. It's a national holiday at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be betting. I think I have $11 left in my FanDuel account. I started off the season with like $27, and I'll probably bet I'll bet the coin toss and stuff like that.
There you go.
But that's it. Football's gone. And one more game, Super Bowl. And that's about it. I don't know. I think the Giants heading into next season,
They
I
got
don't
some
know.
questions, man. They got they got to answer some questions right away. Is Daniel Jones the guy? Do they want to pay Barkley? Do they want to franchise tag Barkley? There's a lot of questions for the Giants. They got a nice little young nucleus. The one thing I will say, and you know me, I hate the Giants more than pretty much life itself. But I will say that Kayvon Thibodeau, if you could just stay off Twitter, you will be a good player in this league. Like,
Yeah, but you
you
know
have
what?
to
He
stop.
was a number. What was he? A number 4 pick.
Yeah, he's
call
got
him.
to stop.
I
And
call
they
him.
question that.
I call him the almost player. I watched games this year, it's, oh my God, Thibodeau, did you see him? He almost got the sack. He almost made the
Yeah, he
tackle.
got 4. He had 4 this year, but that's nothing.
He's okay. He's not. I'm telling you, right, he's not going to be great. He's just going to be a decent player. I don't think players, and I'll say this about Micah Parsons too, and you can make the argument even with Lawrence Taylor. Really, I don't think players like that, they don't get better, because this is my theory on it. They don't. Yeah, they break down film better and all that. But what happens is your initial burst, all that stuff. As you get at the NFL, you get little nicked. You just, no one gets faster as your career goes. So I think a lot of players like a Parsons and Thibodeau, who are really flying around all over the place. And Parsons is a great player, but like, it wouldn't shock me if he had the same amount of sacks next year. It wouldn't shock me if he had, because you just get nicking injuries. Your body gets sore. I don't know. I think quarterbacks are different. They learn the system better. But I think running backs and edge rushers, I don't know if I could be proven so wrong on this. But
Well, no, I mean, the life expectancy of a running back is like 3 years. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're journeymen anymore. It's not Emmett's and the Barry Sanders of the world. They don't stick around for 10, 12 years. Those guys are in and out of the league very fast.
My point is, I don't know if Thibodeau is going to get better, is my point. I think when you start right away, that means the guys you replace stunk. Anyway, listen, Thibodeau, he's all right. He's a decent player. That's all it is. That's all he is, really.
How about the Thibodeau that's always at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that in about 10 seconds. No, we'll get to it right now. This is how I feel about all of this. There's no more NFL stinks list because it's just a Super Bowl. The Knicks stink. I can't take it anymore. So instead of NFL stinks list, sponsored by Cornhole, I'm going to do the who stinks this week. And it's going to be the Knicks have a permanent perch on that, and the refs stink. So this week it's the Wi-Fi in Tom's River stinks, the refs stink, and and my Knicks stink. And it's sponsored by cornholelevel.com. That's right. If you, Dave, we talk about this, you have a party, you got a little bad barbecue, and you set up bad cornhole boards in the back of your yard. You're trying to watch the kids. You're running around. Everything's a mess. And your cornhole boards are not level. I mean, you can't have that. And when you buy cornhole levelers from cornholelevel.com for $19.95, you hook them on that hole, dude, your board is perfect.
Jimmy, I would never buy it for $19.95. Tell me how I can get a discount.
Well, if you put in the JP show or Chop Sports, you get 10%, is it 20%? 20% off of $19.95. Some of you doing math at home, figure that out and put it on my board up here, the chat board. Maybe Todd Frazier. Maybe Todd Frazier will do that for us. So go to cornholelevel.com and check it out. These things are awesome. They really are a cool gift. Go check it out. You'll love it. It's perfect gag gift, stocking stuffer for next year, or barbecue party stuffer as we approach the summer months, even because it's been as warm here in New Jersey as the summer. So that's Cornhole Level. Let's see. What are we going to talk about now? Oh, TV shows we could talk about. Did you watch the McEnroe documentary yet?
No.
Dude, you got to watch it.
I'm not a tennis guy at all.
Doesn't matter. It's not.
I know he's a lunatic, but like,
you got to. It's this. I was like, this is a great documentary. It was shot really cool.
Where is it at? Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's very unique. He's an older guy now. His kids talk. They don't show that it's not like tennis centric. I mean, obviously he played it. That's what he was, but you really get to know about him as a man, relationship with his father, his kids, Patty Smith and Matt Tatum O'Neal, and all. It's really wild what was going on in his head, why he was such a jerk. It's a really well done. It's one of those documentaries. Even if you're not really a tennis fan, you'd be like, "Wow, this is cool." I think it's
sucker for a good documentary. So yeah,
it's they shot at night, like with cool lighting, with him walking around the streets of New York and on different courts, and whoever shot it, I should know the director, and I don't. It's really cool, and it's I think you'll dig it. Have you been watching any shows at all? I've been watching Your Honor. Did you see that one? Have you been watching that one?
No, I got into Silicon Valley the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you know what? I'm due to watch that one. I got to get.
It reminds me of me and Chris. Startup company and all this other stuff. It's actually a pretty cool show so far. That's all I've been hearing great things about. What's the new one on HBO Max?
The Last of Us.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I heard great
that's the next thing I was going to talk about. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know where. I love a show when you're watching, you're like, where is this thing going, man? Like, you don't know what. And also, what freaked me out about that show, that everybody knows about viruses and stuff, but this show really talks about different molds that, like, there's nothing to take for that. And they get inside your body and they mess with your brain. It's really like, oh, shit. You watch the show, you're like, everyone's going to be dead in 30 years. There's no doubt about it.
You just jump in the shower after and just start scrubbing down.
And it happens like suddenly. So that's what's going to happen. And the Knicks are 8 minutes away from the championship, up by 17. And then some mold's going to come out of the game and swallow up the Knicks whole. Or Rutgers taking on Alabama here at the NCAA championships. Ooh, there's a mold growing and we're not sure. We're going to send it down to Pam Oliver. Pam, what do you have? Oh, there's mold coming out of Pam Oliver's ears and nose. This is a disgrace. Rutgers at the 45.
I'll never forget. Speaking of Pam Oliver, when I worked for the Giants in 2007, I met Pam Oliver on the sidelines. Obviously, I was doing a lot of the media stuff. And I'll never forget, she yelled at her cameraman, "Waist up." Like, she did not want to get filmed from, like, she's like an hourglass. Okay, she gets wider as she gets lower. So I'll never forget that. I'm like, man, that poor cameraman, like, you yelled at that poor kid, like, because he shot too low. Like, calm down, Pam.
Yeah, well, what I don't get about Pam, this is going to sound so bad when I'm about to say, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this.
Careful.
First of all, first of all, she's been doing, I mean, she was at the Ice Bowl with the, doing the games, really, okay? Was, man. And now it's like, okay, Pam, you've made millions of dollars and you have a disease that makes you sound drunk on the air. So I want to know.
She definitely is. There's something going on. She's either
she has an issue, some kind of
oh, really?
Yeah. It's because to me,
she sounds shot every time I hear her. She's like, it's like down to Pam for the update. Talk to Coach Joe.
She's like, hey,
and I'm like, what the fuck?
What a game! So she's got some really medical issue.
That sucks.
Which sucks. Okay, but however, I feel so sorry.
Step aside.
But you got to go away, and we're gonna bring in Susie Q from the University of Miami, 23 years old. Susie, let us know, how is Daniel Jones looking? I don't know why.
Jones.
Yeah. I just don't know. I'm not saying fire her, but like, should she maybe be not out in the freezing cold?
It's hard to step away when you're that popular and you're that girl. I
don't think it's fair to the viewers. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so either.
I have nothing against. She was very good for a long, long time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if you got a disease that makes you look drunk, and like, you didn't know that she has some kind of disease.
So I always thought that she was frozen. I always thought, like, for whatever reason, I thought she was just really cold and like her face got numb.
Right.
Like, I can't feel my face right now, Joe. It's like, okay, back to you, Pam.
One of the announcers going to be like, "We'll send it down to Pam Oliver. Pam, how's that Johnny Walker Black down there in cold, frozen tundra?
How many shots deep are we here to keep you warm down there in the frozen tundra?"
Just before the telecast, we did some celebratory shots before the game. Me and Pam, of course, got a little carried away. The O2's in the dirt. I mean, just, it's like, I don't understand. I feel bad for her. Like, get off it's not like she needs, I'm not saying, I don't know how isn't there a network? Nowadays, you have network meetings that get rid of everybody. So, like, say, Pam, listen, what do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just think I feel bad for her if she's got a disease.
For sure.
Your job is to report. If you're slurring your words, it's like podcast. If you can't have Todd Frazier on in the blur,
Show sucks.
Yeah, the show sucks. I'm relying. We're pitching game 4 and game 5. Sturchio and Palumbo rounding out the series down 0-2.
Sturchio on 3 days rest.
3 days rest. He's scattering 11 hits, but only down 3-0 here in game 4. It's like
start blaming the offense.
Oh my God. But yeah, Last of Us is a cool show. I got into it a little bit. The one actress is from Game of Thrones. It's totally worth
I'll check it out eventually.
It's not a very feel-good show. Like,
No. I heard.
You don't watch it like, but I can't wait for Yellowstone and these other shows. You can't watch it with the kids. No, like, yeah, sit down, honey. Watch.
Yeah, honey, that's called mold.
Yeah, mold, and it's going to kill us all. And the other thing is, I mean, the Beer League 2 thing, please go to Instagram, Beer League 2, and beerleague2.com, TWO, by the way. We're starting to line things up there. Definitely going to have a March 30th launch of it. I can't wait I did some radio promos for it yesterday on New Jersey 101.5, the Steve Travelli Show. I like where we're heading with it. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to come together, but we're definitely going to launch it on first day of baseball. I think it's March 30th is opening day. We'll launch it at the same time. So definitely go, everybody, all my fans, go to beerleague2.com, go to Beer League 2 on Facebook, go to Beer League 2 on Instagram, especially. And all my Patreon members at 24 right now, you will get a sneak preview of Beer League 2 first. That's right. For $3 a month here at Shea, you get to see an aging Johnny Tritto here sitting at the bar. And also, what else I want to talk about? My big show. I got a huge show. I'm calling out all my Colonia peeps. Avenel Performing Arts Center in downtown Avenel, a.k.a. the General Dynamics factory location. You got Jersey Brothers Pizza across the street. You got a Curtains Bar, which has good food as well. We sold it out last year, 2 nights. That was fun. That was up against the NCAA Final Four. We still sold it out. I don't think Rutgers is going to be in the Final Four, so we'll be fine. And I went up against St. Peter's or St. Joe. Yeah, St. Peter's was in it, whatever. So go check out the tickets. It's avenelarts.com. Go there Friday or Saturday. I want to see all my Colonia. It's like a reunion from the class of like 78 to 88. We'll leave it at that. I want to see some of my peeps I didn't see last year. I'll be doing some different material. Of course, you don't go up to Nolan Ryan and say, "Hey, Nolan, why don't you throw a fork ball?" And, he's gonna see if he can pitch the same way.
That's good. Go back behind the fucking plate. Sorry.
I'll be like an aging wiffle ball player throwing junk. No, I'll have some new bits, of course, some new local bits to do. So make sure you do that. Now, I want to listen. This show is such we struggled technology-wise. It happens here. I want to try to play a video and see if it works. We're going to try, since it might as well. If it doesn't work, this is, I'm going to have 4 downloads of this show. And so let's try it. And Dave, you have a daughter, so you may get a kick out of this. Here we go. We're going to try it.
You're the end of the rainbow, my star on a tree. You're daddy's little girl to mommy and me. You're sugar, you're spice, and you're everything nice. And you're daddy's little girl. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
Look at that brown hair, Jimmy.
Look at that. A young Palumbo here at Shea. Now,
Hooray.
That was at my daughter's 1-year-old birthday.
Wow.
And my mother sang that song, and every now and then I send that to my mother, but I wanted to try this video thing.
Yeah.
And it seems like it worked, although it worked for you. I don't know if it worked for the American public.
I think it did. It's awesome.
I feel bad that Todd Frazier missed that.
And he's kicking himself right now. Like, God, you're telling me I missed the episode where he played the dance with his daughter?
Yes, these are huge rating grab. Of course, that song, there is a version sung by Molly Hatchet, Daddy's Little Girl. And so you got to check that out. But listen, at the end of the day, we were supposed to fill the rest of this gap here, and I know you got to go. What can I tell you? This was a different kind of show. I had fun though, of course. I'm looking at some of my comments. My boy Bobby Sheehan, her wife Joy's a big Eagles fan. Wait a minute here. Somebody coming in Patreon, logging in here. We're at Shea. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Late breaking news from the Omni. Let's see who we got here. Someone's requesting, someone's trying to steal my Patreon. Dave, what do we do here? You know what's so funny? I am actually I think I may lead the league. Can you imagine if my Patreon members start to go down? I got to repeat the numbers then.
Oh my God.
Like if it goes down to like 12.
You're now the second Ruben Sierra.
Second Ruben Sierra. We're going to go with Tito Martinez. Forget about Ruben. Yeah, and shout out to my boy Bob. You're a Bears fan, Bob. I'm tired, even though you live in Burlington, your kids are Eagles fans, but you are a Bears fan since I met you in 1979. I don't want to hear about go Eagles. Your wife's an Eagle fan. She's down that way. Fair enough. You're a Bears fan. Dave, does it annoy your soul when people, like you're a Cowboy fan? That's it.
Uh-huh.
Who the hell knows? Your kids are growing up north. You don't know. Hopefully,
no. I know.
But listen, my nephew's a Chief fan, so it happens.
I'm a Chiefs fan. I like what
I say.
Okay, great.
But you can't all of a sudden, like I have a friend of mine who lives in LA, and he's a big Yankee fan. So he moves to LA. He has kids. He calls me up. He goes, "I saw a photo of all his kids wearing Dodger shirts." I go, "Dude, where's the Yankee shirts?" He goes, "I just made a decision that it's not fair to them to like the Yankees. They live in LA." And I was like, it's not fair. We have the internet. All games are to be watched all over.
That's garbage.
I was ready to call DYFUS. You can't. If you're,
I would call Child Protective Services.
You can't make your kids become a fan because you feel it's like locally thing to do. That's insane.
No,
you got to do your best to keep your family from not being Jets fans, which I think that's a lock. It's a lock.
They're not. It's all good. We're gonna be fine.
Miles,
we're gonna be fine. Miles, I've already started.
Can't wait.
Yesterday, we actually rolled the ball around yesterday. He's won, and he was getting a kick out of it. He was making better throws than Chuck Knobloch in '98.
Listen to me. Your kid turns 8 years old. The Jets go to the Super Bowl 2 out of 4 years, and the green is all over the Sturchio. And you'll be like, "Oh, my son likes him a little bit. I don't hate the Jets."
Next thing you know, I got season tickets. I got the fireman hat on. I'm like, here we go.
Here we go. I can watch the Jets when they play on Monday Night Football. Anyway, but maybe you can make your kid a Rutgers fan. That I'll appreciate. Don't forget Pine Tar Bar and Grill, 121 South Main Street in Forked River, New Jersey, 609-489-4286. Dave, you got to check this bar. I'm serious about it.
Listen, I'm a bar guy. You know me.
This is a killer place to watch. I know you
Forked
watch
River.
Cowboys.
You said Forked River.
Yeah, if you're ever going down towards LBI or something, it's a ride. It's a different area.
I'm always good for a new place.
You'll love it. There's TVs all over the place. It's like a classier. I don't want to say classy. It's not like Big Shots at all. It's just better. The food's better. You'll love this place. My buddy Tommy's from Colonia. He owns it. And don't forget Lisa Ruane, my therapist buddy, 201-725-1251. She does hypnotherapy, therapy for people 18 and over. She does Zoom. She gets involved. The whole bit. Go check that out. That's it. This show got a little shin god here.
All good.
Todd Frazier tried. I'll try to get him on again.
Yeah, for sure. He will.
Maybe when Rutgers baseball starts or something.
There you go. Or baseball in general.
In baseball in general. I'll ask him who. I don't know if I should do the baseball stinks list. It's not the same.
Nah, it's too many. There's too
many games. Right. And I'll think if I think 19 out of 32 teams stink, how am I going to do like a Major League Baseball? There'll be 3 good teams.
Right, exactly. Dodgers are back up.
And listen, I'm a Yankee fan. Every 2.5 days, I think the Yankees stink. So
exactly.
But it's all about Giancarlo Stanton. He's going to have the biggest year ever. He's going to stay healthy. He's going to hit 55 ding dongs, and he's going to just be calling Aaron Judge a pussy the whole time. That's what I do. All right, that's it. Let me get off. Go do your thing. Thanks for hopping in. Tell Chris Gucci I said hello.
I will.
I'll see him at the quarterly meetings, I guess. And,
take care, Jimmy. Take care, everybody.
Be good, man. Take care.